So welcome to your practice, your Thursday morning practice. We're in Supta Baddha Konasana, reclining over the bolster, feeling the press of your left big toe base to your right big toe base. And then tuning into firstly your physical body, the placement of your physical body as aligned as possible, as stacked as possible. And tweaking those shoulder blades, drawing the shoulder blades in towards each other. Once you have settled into that physical posture, start to focus on your breath as it actually is. Observing that breath coming in and out, ideally through the nose. Breath in and out. And we're working towards lengthening the exhale. And the purpose of that is to take us into a deeper state of relaxation. Breath in through the nose. Out through the nose. The sound that we're making is as we draw the breath to the back of the throat. And as we release the breath. Eyes turn down and in. We'll explore 4 more full breaths here. Rotate your palms down beside your hip, and as you're ready, coming up, I'm going to take all the props off to one side, and then you may want to, if it's a little chillier this morning, you may want to put a blanket down for your hips. I've got my lovely kidney warmer. I want to keep my kidneys nice and warm. It's so effective. And then lying down on your back and coming into our happy baby pose. So bringing the knees in to the chest, hugging the knees in, lengthening the spine, and then sliding your hands either around the back of the knees, or taking the knees out a little bit wider and slide the hands up towards the feet. Now see if you can lengthen your tail so that your whole spine is nice and long, your chest lifting, your chin very slightly tucked, and knees out to the side. Again, that breath coming in through the nose. This time an open mouth, ha. Breath in through the nose. Keep your right foot up. Take your left foot to the earth. Changing that breath now so it's both in and out through the nose. And adapting so your hand can be around the back of your thigh. And then let's see if we can work through the foot now. So the sit bone still works away from you. You are pointing and flexing the foot. Pointing and flexing. That's it. Pointing and flexing. 3, 2, and then circling the foot. So we're really activating all the way through the ankle, making beautiful circles. That's it. And the other way. You should feel that your ankle is now really warmed. We're exploring Utkatasana today, and we want to make sure those ankles are nice and flexible. And then releasing, coming back into your double happy. Take the knees out a little wider, shoulder blades down the back. Your chest is lifting, perhaps reaching up towards your feet if that feels okay. And then release your right foot to the earth. Left knee drawing in towards the armpit. So using a belt if you need to, so you're in that single happy baby pose. Sit bone moving away from you, knee dropping in, releasing in. And then slide the hand around the back. It might be both hands, might feel more comfortable. Point and flex. You're pointing and flexing the foot.
Is this the same foot?
It should be your left foot now, your other foot. Yeah. So you've got your other leg up. That's it. And see if you can really stabilize a little more around the ankle. Yep, so just as you're pointing and flexing, stabilize, and then let's go for our circles. Just note yourself if it's full circles, can the ankle do it? And then going the other way, you should find that you're really getting that warming. You can do this through all of your joints in the body. And I like this, you can stay snuggled up in bed if it's one of those days. Okay, let's bring both knees back in towards the armpits. Beautiful. And just feeling how that is as you bring your knees together now, hugging yourself and really hugging the knees in. Take a breath in, breath out, head to knees. Good, release back down. And then start rolling. So you can roll side to side or along the mat. Now, if you're rolling side to side, just taking care, letting the knees drop one way to the other. That's kind of for a challenging back. Otherwise, the longevity pose, rolling along your spine, massaging the bladder channel, and then pausing there to work on your abdominal muscles, lifting and opening the chest. Take your hands around the back of the legs. Keep the chest lifting and see if you can extend one leg, toes at eye level and down. Switch on through your deep abdominals, toes at eye level and down, and then both legs, toes at eye level and down. Single leg, stretch it out. So really extending that leg. Next leg, fully stretching it. And then perhaps lifting through the chest a little more as you extend both legs, that possibility of opening up. Let's put that with a roll. So we're going to roll back, come up to one leg halfway, roll back, come to the other leg halfway, so that little balance. Roll back both legs halfway, switch on through the abdominal so you've got that stability. Nice. Roll back, one leg extends, fully extending, and roll back the other leg. The chest is lifted. Let's go for both legs and see if that's not working. You can do it lying on your back, extending both legs in the air. Right. Straighten the legs if you can. Press the thighs away. Now you may choose to stay there and take the arms off, or my body today is going to prefer the knee bent variation, and then raising the arms up. Nice. Good. And coming back down and rolling up. I'm going to sit up on some height now. So,
It's got me right in there.
yeah,
In here.
hip flexors. So super important thing that it took me a little while to realize is that the thighs have to move away from you. So in order to get that action, the thighs have to move away.
Yeah.
Otherwise, whoom. And then, you know, it indicates perhaps how we walk. Often we walk more on our toes than our heels. So just checking that out when you're walking. Let's take our hands onto, let's cross the legs. There we go. Cross legs, hands onto the knees, lift and open. So the same in this pose. The groins need to descend. They need to go down. The legs need to go down. And then we need to lift up out of our spine. And oftentimes you'll find that the design of seats is that's actually the other way. You know, it's designed. You know, I sat in a chair the other day at somebody's house. I had to go and get a cushion because the chair design was to take me like this. Surely,
They're too low.
surely that will kill me. Yeah.
As you get older, you need to be up high.
All right, take your hands onto your knees, lift and open your chest. Good. Feel how that pulling back helps you to open the chest. Palms up, draw the elbows back, and take your hands into a prayer. Fingers gently pointing away. Connecting with our spirit now. We'll chant Om 3 times together. Breath in. Give thanks for this time, this space, and this company. Keep the chest well lifted and release the head to the hands. Surrender the intelligence of the mind to that of the heart. And release the hands. Blink the eyes open and raise the head. Okay, let's take ourselves into our pose of the month, Utkatasana. So pop the props off to one side. Props can come off. And let's see how it feels right now. So we'll keep our feet hip bone width apart and parallel, and then just feel into what you were saying about hip flexors. Sometimes we can be tending to do this little drop in. Let's see if we can come into firstly Tadasana, our mountain pose. Raise the arms up and just feel into your feet first of all with your inner eyes. Are your feet slightly pigeon-toed, turned in, the outside edge of the feet parallel? And now draw the armpits, the chest, the shoulder blades down and sit down on that too small chair. So pubic bone to the belly. It's as if we've gone to the gym and we are squatting down, or we're in Asia, and then come back up. We'll do that one more time just so you can feel into it. Sitting down, good. I'm watching knees, making sure those knees are pressing out. That's it. That's a good correction there. Pressing those knees out, chest lifting, pubic bone to belly, and come up. Let's work into a half Uttanasana now. So block between the thighs. Take your hands to the wall and make an L shape with your body. Good. Now find that outside edge of your feet to be parallel. Draw the block up, suck the block up so that's engaging the inner groin. There. Shoulder blades are down the back. Nice correction. Shoulder blades are meant to be friends with the hips, so draw them down the back. Suck them down. And then as you're ready, keeping the block or taking it out and then popping it back in, let's come to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Spread and press the hands, lift the hips high. Pubic bone to the belly, so we're lengthening the back waist, and draw the shoulder blades towards the hip pockets. Couple more breaths here. And glancing down at your feet, so lift the inner heels a little more, Deb. Lift that. That's it. And feel how the Achilles then gets alignment. So I'm looking at those heels. Wendy, draw them in a little bit towards each other. There. That's it. Now suck up the inner thigh. Good. And then bend the knees. And come down. Take the block out and turn around. So we're going into a all fours position. I want you to draw away from the wrist. So your hands are stacked directly under your shoulders. Your shoulder blades are drawn down the back. And then tuck your chin in round the upper back so you can really feel your shoulders rounding. And lift the chest, draw the shoulder blades down the back. So lift the chest, look up, look up. That's it, shoulder blades down the back. Now see if you can stabilize around your lower back. So it's just the upper body, the shoulders. And release. Good. Just a micro bend in those elbows for you. Yeah. We want to keep the bones stacking. Your mind now working towards the shoulder blades. See if you can draw the shoulder blades in. You want to encourage the ability to do scapular gliding to get the shoulder blades to really work. Good, the belly button still to the spine. Make this one the last one. It looks like a beautiful rounding, and then keeping the belly button to the spine, just the shoulders, and then pause there in a neutral position. Take your right hand to your left knee and float. And change your left hand, right knee, and float. And tune into your body and just feel what's happening. So that deeper connection. Chin slightly tucked. That's it, keep going like that. Shoulder blades are drawing down the back. Your jaw is soft. Just note, are you still breathing evenly? Or has your breathing stopped? Good. And now turn the hands out so you've got some more width in the shoulders, some more breadth in the shoulders. Suck the armpits down. We're going into a down face dog again. You can have a look if you want to. I've tucked my toes under and my chest and thighs are meeting. The shoulder blades are really sucking to the hip pockets. And from there, I'm going to keep the sit bones high as I push the thighs away from me. So that action we're trying to encourage of the shoulder blades towards the hips. And you can bend and straighten. Good. Keep the diamond under the index finger base. Nice work with the shoulders there. Knees bending. Shoulder blades are stable. I'm just going to give you a little adjustment. It's that outer upper arm. So there. Cut the outer upper arm down. Yes, there we go. That's it. And then you're going to set yourself up with a couple of blocks. So you've got one block up high for your head. The other block will be for your shoulder blades. Just going to pop my socks back on. So here the shoulder blades will land onto that lower block, and then the higher block is going to traction your occiput, your base of the skull, and then reach the arms out wide. Now your legs can be a knock knee position, so really releasing around the base of the spine, or legs out long, or you can, if you've got the ability to go into half Padmasana, that's a half lotus pose, or full Padmasana, whatever's working for you. But reach your arms out, rotate the thumbs down, and then see if you can draw the arm bones back into the sockets. You're not getting a disconnect. Check your block position. So you have your palms up. Just see if that changes anything. You might prefer it the other way. Yeah, I feel like you're a fraction too low. That is better, isn't it? So, you know, with that understanding now, without having to read a book, just feeling, that's the nerve being supported. Yeah. Super nice. How's that feeling?
It's okay.
It's okay?
Mm. I don't know whether that block that's under my shoulders is tilted.
Yeah.
Is it flat?
It is flat.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the hard thing. Sometimes it's our body. You know, my body has scoliosis in it. It's got a twist in the spine, and it took me a very long time to figure out how to work with that. So, yeah, that's where the props are great, because they ideally are square. We're just tuning in, and sometimes it's a matter of coming up and having a look again. Yep, have I aligned the prop up? And then from here, can you let your chin slightly tuck in, tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth, and then press your head back. So the block will feel quite hard against your head, but that chin tuck, tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth, press the head back to strengthen the deep neck muscles, and release. And then gently coming out of this any way that works for you. Make sure you've got a belt handy. We don't need it right now, but we will do in a moment. And then you're going to come to standing with the block between your thighs. With me. There we go. Block is between the thighs. Toes are pigeon-toed. And you're sucking up the inner thighs, sucking up the groin. Roll the shoulders from the front to the back, and here's your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Take your arms out, rotate the palms, and just notice how you can move your arms up but keep the shoulders drawn down. The arms can fully reach up, shoulders down. Rotate the palms, take them down. Rotate them up. Nice one to do if you don't want to do a full sun salute. That's it. A little bit more ease through the fingers. Deb. Just a little bit more. Yep, beautiful. That's it. We want that blood to be flowing all the way through. We're keeping the ribs connected. And then we're going to give ourselves a hug. Right arm over your left. So I'm going to turn this way. Right arm over the left. You're giving yourself a hug. Hunch your shoulders up to your ears. This is how a lot of people spend their lives. Shoulders up to the ears. And then draw the shoulder blades down. Lift the chest. Back of the hands together. Palm to palm. These are options. So you can stay at any point. You can stay at the hug, the back of the hands, or the palm to palm. And wrists in line with the eyes. That's it. So really see if you can hook the elbow over. There. Now draw the armpit down. Suck the kneecaps up once again. So those inner thighs really working. And then press the heel of the hands out. 3 little circles. 3, 2, 1. Good. Take your hands down. Tadasana. So the hands are relatively relaxed. Shoulders back. Fingertips come up. Here we're going to get in touch with the feeling of a nerve. Do you know the name of that nerve that you can feel now?
Sugar point.
The sugar point. That's good.
Where's that?
Oh, that's down there. Oh, yeah, you're thinking of the spleen. Yeah, but there's a sensation that you can probably feel around the elbow. Can you feel a sensation around your elbow? If you really get up there, it's actually a nerve. Goes through the ulnar nerve, or the funny bone nerve. And if you've ever banged yourself. Yeah. So if you get those fingers up there and then press down. But yeah, you're right, that point in here is I've taught you as the sweet point. Yeah, if you've eaten too much sugar, it's really tender. Great. And then release. Take your hands behind, interlock your fingers. So you're interlocking all the way up to the webbing and touching the thumbs that connects your energy system. Chest skin lifting, squeezing the bottom in, and subtly change that interlock. Now, just observe where you're looking. Good. Not over pulling the shoulders back, just finding that neutral and normal. Tadasana. Let's do the other side. So we had right on top last time. Let's swing the left. I'm not mirroring you, so I'll turn sideways, left, trying to keep that alignment. That's it. So do the hug first. Hug round yourself, give yourself a hug. Shoulders up to the ears. You know, when it's really cold or you're really in a bad mood, that's where the shoulders get to. And then exhale, release the shoulder girdle down to the hips. Chest skin lifting. Back of the hands. These are possibilities. Palm to palm. Chest skin lifts. Armpits are down. So there's that opposite action there. And release. Let's try that, pressing the hands out, pull the fingers back strongly and rotate. Really great shoulder therapy. Keep engaging the triceps so they're drawn onto the bone and release down, release the fingers long. Circulation going all the way through, perhaps a little hunch up to the ears. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and breathe out, let it go. Let's take those fingers up and see, perhaps you can feel that nerve tensioning. It can feel sometimes like a burning. So have your elbows down, that's it, and then ideally the fingers come right up into the armpit. My therapy hands don't quite want to do that. So just look up a minute, Deb, see if you can get that. Are you feeling that? No? Okay, and down. Okay, I've got it for both of you. All right, interlock your fingers. So when we take our hands behind the back, when we're operating with the shoulder, we don't want to over-ring them, because then what happens is we become that proud dog, from the sad dog to the proud dog, and you can see what happens in my lower back to compensate. We're wanting, and then let's change the interlock. We're wanting to really keep a passive outer body as we flow through life. And release. So I'm going to take that into a balance now. You get to bend the knees. Take your right leg across the top of your left and just toe tip. That's it. Sit down a little more. Pubic bone to belly. Reach the arms out. I will do a mirror. Here we go. Let's do the mirror version. And then it's the opposite arm to the top leg that will be on top. So it will be, to bend the bottom knee more. Bend the back knee a little bit more to get that wrap. And then your hand variation. So we could do the hug. We can do the back of the hands, or the full pose is palm to palm. Wrists in line with the eyes. Shoulder blades down the back. And release. Change sides. Bend both knees. Take that one on the top. That's it. Wrap it around. Toe tip. Square pelvis, arms out. Opposite arm to the top leg. Beautiful. So when we do these things that are across the center line of the body, super great for the brain. And release. Now, a little balance challenge is to bend both legs, wrap the leg around and keep that leg off the ground. So it just comes to the back of the calf. That's it. You really need to bend the knees. So that's sitting down, that bending of the knees. You might want to bend them a few times if your knees are feeling stiff. That's a great adaptation.
Better for me.
It's better for you? Okay. It's still getting you across the midline. Be curiously creative, and we can get through this life. And then our aim is to then cross the arms the opposite way to find that balance. Beautiful. So you can hook that leg, hook the foot around. So the trick definitely is to see if you can get that hooking. So you can, the stable knee, take it across the body to the center line. And that will enable you to do that hook.
Nice.
And then you've got to work out which arm is on top. So the opposite arm on top, and then find that alignment.
I can't get my legs down the back.
That's okay. You can do this one lying down. Okay. See if you can wrap the legs. So if lying down it's a possibility, then surely standing up should be a possibility. So if you're lying down, if we all go to the same side, take your left knee across to the right side. Then your right leg closest to your body wraps over. And then from here, see if those right toes will go underneath. Look, for hip bursitis, maybe it's not the best. Not working, no. So that lying down just takes a balance component out. And then try the arms. Now, the great thing about lying down is that you can really feel your alignment of your spine, your chin slightly tucked to lengthen the back of your neck. So if one part of this pose is not working, there's still other parts. The armpits drawing down, and then wrap everything the other way without thinking too much. Your body should figure that out. Yep, wrap the other way, nice. See, Deb, if you can hook that foot all the way around the calf. See if it'll go all the way around. Yeah, really squeezing. Yeah, you might have to manually do it. Not quite happening. Oh, there we go. That's it. Even a little toe around. Chest lifting. And release. Rolling to come up. Now I said we use the belt, so let's take the belt. So you could play with that pose. You can play with that pose against the wall. What I want you to do, I'm just going to get that out of the way, is to take the belt, wrap it around your hands, make sure that it's wide enough that you can come over. So take care with your shoulders. You're again keeping the alignment, taking up with care and feeling in. So generally we'll have, hopefully we've got one good shoulder and one that's a bit challenging. Seeing as we're using ahimsa non-violence in our yoga practice, we're going to work to the level of the challenged shoulder, the one that's not feeling so great. So for some of you, that might mean that you have to go sideways to get the belt over. But ideally, you're wanting to work towards armpits down, and once you've played with that a few times, that's it. You will find a point where that's giving you a beautiful stretch. So it could be up high, it could be down low, wherever it's feeling like, wow, that's really open. This is your antidepressant in a belt. Okay, now really stretch the belt. See if you can break the belt. Free class if you can break the belt. Not with your jaw, your teeth are soft. And then keep that stretch on, like really keeping that stretch on. It always reminds me of my grandfather who had one of those sort of spring-loaded chest expander things. Yeah. All right, armpits are down. Ah, there. Expand. And then come back to center. Good. One more time, lower it. Can we lift and open the chest and press in? Let's get that left shoulder down, that left, there, that's it. Catch it down the back. And then take it over your right shoulder. So I'll go over to mine. Beautiful. You've got the whole length now of that belt. We'll come up into Uttanasana, rotate the arm, take it down the back. Now, our parameter is that we want to keep the ribs and the hips connected. So we're then checking to see what's a normal opening for your shoulder, for your armpit. So we're actually, if you wanted to go into your Chinese medicine, we're actually opening up through the heart meridian. Lifting it up only under that condition of keeping the ribs connected. Second arm will come out and clasp the belt, or maybe it clasps the fingers. But again, if you were side on, you could feel, or I could see that your t-shirt stripe is square. So keeping the ribs in, keeping the bum in, pubic bone up, and then you're wrapping. Yes, there we go. You've got a nice opening there. So if you hold the belt with that top hand, hold the belt with the bottom hand, and now stretch the belt apart. So see if you can do that belt breaking action again. Armpit down. And this will give us the strength that we need in our shoulders. And release. Let's take the belt to the other side. Shoulders up to the ears to do a reset. Feel what that's like. And then let it go. Feel how long your neck can be. Raise the arms up over Hastasana. You've changed the belt over, drawing your thighs up. Rotate the arms. Take that one down the back. And then see if you can give it a massage. So really beneficial to encourage the muscle from the outside. I've got my fingers on the outside, wrapping the thumb in. Maybe even a finger to gently encourage. Arm out. And you've got that rotation, so I'm over-exaggerating that rotation in, and then take the arm up the back. So when we have dysfunction in the shoulders, sometimes it's coming right from the feet. Sometimes it's coming from, like I had a genuine shoulder injury in the surf. Whatever it's coming from, we want to work very intelligently around that joint. So connect, let the ribs release, let the ribs release. Yep, so there, and you're going to lean yourself slightly forward. That's it. And then that elbow can come up. Only if this muscle still works. So draw this muscle on. No, down, down. Yeah, that's it. So ribs are there. Good. That's in. Now split the belt. Stretch the belt. And release. Make a short loop with your belt. The same distance as, the same width as your shoulders. Okay, so you're My shoulders are not that wide. It's deleted. Okay. And then the tail wants to go around your back. So your elbows will be pressing the belt away. It's a little awkward. I'm going to get down to knees, so I'm still on film. It's a little awkward because it will be above your head. You can stay in standing and then you're pressing into the belt. I still need it a fraction shorter, fraction tighter. Okay, so you're pressing into the belt. It will be a little bit awkward. So you kind of have to lift it up and over, and it wants to be absolutely on your elbow. So feel how I can see your elbows in a different spot till you've got the belt. Yeah, yeah, elbow. It's your shoulder width apart, but it's where it's just above. So when I bend my elbow, it's just above the elbow. Okay, if I bend my elbows, that's it. Now, let's do that. Let's bend the elbows and then push the elbows out like I'm trying to break the belt out sideways. Push the elbows out, roll. Yes, that's it. Good. Roll the arms in. So you're now engaging muscles. Yep. And then interlock your fingers. So your elbows are pushed out. You interlock your fingers. And this is our headstand preparation. And then come back down. Before we go into headstand though, let's just see how we've gone with that opening up of the upper body. If this posture is any less awkward, Utkatasana, armpits are drawing down. We've got that sitting down. We haven't really worked on legs or feet. Now it could be the ankles that are holding you back, but can you lift the chest in the imaginary block there? Shrink the shoulder blades down and then soften the face. And come on back up. Release. Good. So we're going to do just a little headstand preparation. Now we have our belt, should be set up correctly. Ideally, you're taking any clothing off of your forearms, and then make sure your buckle is out the way. The skin is out the way. Interlock your fingers, tuck your toes under, and just have a look. I'm trying to break the belt with my elbows, and then I'm walking in as far as I can. And shoulders are drawing up, and then releasing.